well, I thought what I would do today is, well, it's a little bit different to some of my other videos, but I really wanted to answer some of the questions that I get asked all the time about the best bikes and bike stuff for small children. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the best balance bike, the best starter pedal bike, the best sort of tag-along, the best trailer, and the best ride on bike seat. So the first bike that we ever got for our daughter, well, it isn't the one that I'm about to show you, but it was a balance bike. And balance bikes are such an amazing way of getting your child cycling because, well, firstly, they're fun, but it's just a lot easier for them to get the hang of it than riding a bike with stabilizers. Basically, if you're on a balance bike, you start off just kind of walking along, gradually you lift your legs up until, you know, you're coasting, and you learn how to balance and steer in a really sort of natural way. If you go straight for a pedal bike with stabilizers, then, I mean, you can kind of trundle along, but the minute the stabilizers come off, you've got to learn to pedal and balance and steer all at once, and that is hard. So a balance bike is definitely the way to go. We've tried quite a few, and the one that we like best is this one by Early Rider. I don't know if they still make this one. This is the 14-inch one, and I think they only do the 12-inch now, but whatever. The reason this one is really, really good is the build quality, the geometry, the weight, as in it's very, very lightweight, and the fact that it's easy to ride, easy for you to carry if your child gets tired, and it's not going to fall apart. I've seen some balance bikes with quite weird geometry. This one has got a super low standover height. I think the lowest the seat can go is about 31 centimetres, so it really is great for even tiny, tiny kids. So I'd recommend this bike by Early Rider. The next bike that you're probably going to want to get your child is one with pedals. This is the Early Rider Belter 14. It's an amazing, amazing bike. Not just us that think that. Our daughter absolutely loves it. Before this came along, she had a pedal bike, but she didn't really want to ride it. She just wanted to stay on her balance bike. But as soon as this came along, she just wanted to ride the pedal bikes. It has got two brakes that are super, super easy for your child to reach and pull. It has got a belt drive. Let me spin it around. It's also really dirty. Why am I wearing a white t-shirt? It's got a belt drive. So the awesome thing about that is not only is it really, really super easy to maintain, as in you don't really need to do anything, but when you inevitably have to carry your child's bike because they've got tired of it, you don't get covered in oil. The geometry is spot on. It has got a low standover height but a high bottom bracket. It's got a Ritchie finishing kit, so it's robust, it's sturdy, it's well made, it's light, and it also holds its value. So whatever you pay for one of these, you can sell it for the same, basically. I tell you, she loves this. You practically have to tear her off it, and the minute any of her friends get on it, you can't get them off it either. I'm like, swap bikes, you two. She goes and gets on her friend's bike, and then she's like, no mummy, this bike's not fun, I want my bike back. Moving on from those two bikes, the next thing that you might want to consider buying is possibly a Trailgator. So I'm gonna go and get it. This pole basically attaches to the back of your bike and the front of your child's bike, which is why the Early Rider that I just showed you has got this huge bracket on the front. You attach this to two bikes so that then you can ride with your child behind you on their bike. The way that we like to use it is we will have our daughter attached to this and our bike, and then when we get somewhere safe and traffic free, then we will unattach her so that she can ride on her own. So what's good about this is that because the child is straight behind you, they can copy your body movements. So they do really start, well, with our daughter, she's really started to mimic what we're doing when we're cornering and stuff. Negatives about this thing are, it is really heavy. The bracket that is on the front of our daughter's bike weighs about 1 kilo or something insane. It's cheaply made, but it's cheap. What else can I say about it? Oh, when you take it off, you can fold it and attach it to your bike so that you can ride along without it dangling off the back of your bike. Does that make sense? The next product I wanted to tell you about is one of our favourites. It's the Mac Ride. So for me, this is the best bike seat for a child. We've had the rear mounted ones, and of course they're really good for babies. But progressing from that, the Mac Ride is so much more fun for your toddler. They sit on a little seat in between your arms like this on your mountain bike, so they can see everything. You can ride down trails with them. Our daughter absolutely loves it. It is really, really easy to install. I mean, you can literally install it in 5 minutes. It can go on carbon frames. It's mountain bike specific, so not on any road frames or with drop bars. And it's just tremendous fun for your child. You do have to trust your child to hold on. They're not actually attached to the bike. They're not strapped in or anything. But you know, they wouldn't be strapped in on a pedal bike, would they? So it's not that big a deal if your child is mature enough to grasp the fact they have to hold on. A good point is that you really need to have a mud guard on your bike, because your child could potentially get their foot caught in your wheel and cause an accident, which you wouldn't want. So if you've got a mud guard on your mountain bike, that's not going to happen and you're fine. What else do I need to say about it? Notes again? The only negative is sometimes you have to ride with your legs like cowboy styling, because they are in between your legs. And as your child gets a bit bigger, they can really get kind of in the way. So if they move around, they might stand up and bump your face, or yeah, basically your kid gets in the way. The last product that I wanted to talk to you about, this is another thing that's on loan to us, is the single trailer by Tootaran. Here it is, hooked up to my bike. This thing is seriously cool, because it's just got one wheel at the back. It's really manoeuvrable. It's basically, you can hook it up to a mountain bike and go off road, and your child isn't bounced around really terribly, because you've got proper suspension there. You've got this stand here so that your child can get in and out, and it means that you can stand it up without your bike falling over. They will just stay like that when your bike's leaned up. What else can I say about it? Well, it's full of toys at the moment. We're about to go out in it. It's just a really awesome piece of kit. I've tried a lot of different ones and they're a nightmare to manoeuvre. This one doesn't affect the bike handling too much at all. You attach it using this bracket. Bit of a pain in the bum if you've got a dropper post. Fine otherwise. But yeah, we like it a lot, don't we? Shall we go? Yeah. We have got this Specialized helmet for our daughter. It is really, really good quality. I mean, she's been wearing this non-stop and it looks barely used. It's really nice shape, it's easy to adjust, it's lightweight, it's got a lot of vents. I'd really recommend it. Sorry, I don't know the model name. It's a Specialized helmet. It's really, really good. We've got our daughter a full face helmet. She's a nutter. She really is. It's terrifying. And she likes riding the skate park and she likes going to the BMX track. So we had to get her a full face helmet. This is actually a motocross helmet, because you can't get small enough BMX helmets, seemingly, or not easily. So this one is the Fox 6 Gamma helmet. I think I remembered that. Did I remember that right? Yeah. Dave's looking at me like... It's super secure, super padded, really comfortable, and she likes wearing it. So, you know, money well spent, I say. I would recommend these TSG pads because, like I was saying about the Specialized helmet, they're really, really well made. You get what you pay for. So these are going to last a long time, apart from she's probably going to grow out of them. Maybe we need another kid. Anyway, that's a discussion for another time. That's the cat knocking off my water bottle. These are really good quality and they're comfortable for her to wear. She doesn't mind wearing them at all. When we first got them, she was so little, she had to wear the elbow pads on her knees, but now she's all big, she's wearing them the right way. It's quite hard to get teeny weeny jerseys in the UK. If we lived in, say, Whistler or something, you could just go and buy teeny weeny Fox stuff everywhere. But in the UK, we found a brand called Little Riders that makes tiny jerseys and they're super cool. I love her in her little jerseys. She's the cutest. The last thing that I want to tell you about quickly is ZWIFT for kids. Our daughter has her own ZWIFT account. She's only 3.5, and you are actually meant to be over 5 to have a Zwift account. But they do make exceptions in exceptional circumstances. A Zwift account for a child under 16 is free, and our daughter just absolutely loves it. She pedals along on group rides. We make her avatar wave at other people, and she just thinks it's the best thing ever. She wants to be like Mummy and Daddy, so she has her own Zwift account, and she sits in front of Zwift on her little early rider bike attached to our Saris turbo trainer. We've got a Weehoo cadence sensor attached to her pedal, so it doesn't give a true power, but it does give the cadence, and so the harder she spins, the faster she goes. She absolutely loves it. She's wild about it, so I'd recommend Zwift for your kid if you can. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. What we all want as cycling parents is for our children to like cycling, because it's something we want to share with them, we want to do together. I do get that not everyone will be able to afford loads and loads of stuff for their kid, and absolutely your kid will still have fun on any bike if they're into cycling. But if you can get hold of some of this stuff, it's decent stuff. One thing I forgot to mention, speaking of the finances of all this, Hope Academy. If you join Hope Academy, then you can rent a child's bike monthly and pay like a direct debit. So you could rent one of the early riders, and then as your child grows, you could move them up onto a different, bigger bike and pay for it monthly. So you don't have to keep buying expensive bikes and then selling them and then buying another one. You can just have a direct debit, always have a bike for your child, and you can swap bikes as they grow. So yay to Hope Academy. I think what you're doing is really cool. They also put on events for kids, training days and stuff like that, so yeah, check them out. But that's it for us. I think it really is time to drink my beer now. I've been dying to crack it open for so long, but I kept messing up this video. So thanks for watching. I hope you found it useful or enjoyable or something, or I don't know. And I hope you're keeping well.